Hey guys, hope you're good. Becca here. Thanks again for tuning into my video. Before we start this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so that you guys don't miss any of my next uploads. So today I'll be showing you guys how I fulfill my very first wholesale order, which is great. This is a new product that I'm adding to my website. These scrunchies are handmade by me. I wanted something that was luxury, that was quality, but also something that was good for your hair. So satin and silk are very good for your hair as opposed to cotton because it doesn't suck up all the nutrients and the oils that your hair has, and it's also gentle on your strands. Here are the scrunchies I've made so far, and I'll be showing you guys how I make the rest of them. I also decided to brand my scrunchies with my logo just for the added luxury feel, and that people would know that they were wearing a titular scrunchie. So I've also decided to add my own little flair to these scrunchies by the names that I choose for the collections and also the types of material that I use. So I'm going to be using some African material too, which is great. I'm really excited for that. So please don't forget to stay tuned for the launch of these scrunchies on my website. They'll be launching very, very soon. So I'll be taking you through how I make the scrunchies. I'll show you footage here and there, and I hope you enjoy watching it. So first of all, I start with a big piece of material, as you can see here. I then cut the material according to the size that I need, and then I start sewing. So I decided to go for extra long pieces of material because I wanted to make it luxury, and in order for it to be a luxury scrunchie, it needs to be very fluffy, which just means it needs to have a lot of ruffles. So I make the extra ruffles by using a long strip of material to sew. So here I have one very long strip of material. I'm going to take my material and sew it in half like this. So when I start sewing at the beginning of the fabric, I'll sew for a few centimeters and then I'll stop and I'll do a back stitch. Then I'll leave a gap of about 3 to 4 centimeters, and then I'll continue sewing again until I reach the end of the material. So over here you can see that I've sewn a few centimeters on the first part of the material, and then I left a gap over here, and you need that so that you can turn your material inside out, but I'll explain that later. And then after that I've just gone in and I've sewn all across until I get to the end of the material. Don't forget that you want to do a bit of a back stitch as soon as you start and end your stitching. Over here you can see that I put the label inside, and putting it here instead of when we turn the material inside out just makes it a whole lot easier. When we turn it inside out, you'll also be able to see how the label looks, and it's just very neat and seamless. Also, you want to make sure that you sew inside out. So when you get a piece of material, you have a shiny side and a dull side. You want to sew so that the shiny side or the nicer side is on the inside and the dull side is on the outside. So this is how I turn my material inside out. I literally just stuff the material through until I get to the end. When you're done, it should look like this. All the material is inside, and what you want to do is shake it. That just helps you get all the material out without having to spend time to push it out yourself. And here we go, this is what the material looks like once I've taken it all out. Here's the label that I mentioned earlier. So now what you want to do is take both ends of the material, find the hole that you left earlier, take the material from the top, push it inside so that it comes out the hole. Once you've turned it inside out, you want to take both ends and push the bottom end into this part right here, like this. Also, just make sure that the line that you've sewn across is on the outside. I'm now going to sew across here all around, but from the inside. But I'm going to show you how I sew it from the inside. So I'll literally just sew all around like this, and I will also chop off the top just to make it neat. And you want to make sure that the seams line up so that when you sew it, it will look seamless. So I'm literally going to take my sewing machine and sew all around the rim here from the inside. So I've now sewn all around from the inside, making sure that there's an opening so I can pass the elastic through. Now that you've sewn it, all you need to do is pull it, and there we go. Perfect seam. And you're still going to have an opening here just so you can put your elastic inside. Once you're done though, you'll literally sew across the top, and that's how you close the scrunchie. So once you've put in the elastic and you've tied a knot, here is the opening that we pushed it through, and we're just going to go and sew along the top, and that will be your finished scrunchie. So here you can see that we've sewn across the top, and this is your finished scrunchie. So guys, thanks again for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed and learned a few things too. Don't forget to stay tuned for the launch of my scrunchies on my website at titillayaluxury.com, and see you in my next video. Bye!